Does it make them burn slower?
Correct. It steams. What happens is so that the wood does not ignite like that, and so that you get all the smoke flavor out of the wood before it burns up, you soak it in water for like 2 days. So that when you put it on the hot coals, it'll just steam, and the smoke will just go, the flavor will go right through whatever you're cooking, the meat, the poultry, the vegetables, and that's how you get enough smoke generated so it'll go through the food. So if you put alcohol in it, it's gonna ignite and burn up so quick it won't really go through, penetrate through.
The alcohol after 2 days is gonna evaporate.
I don't put it in on charcoal. It's for the gas grill. You put it in a separate tray. Trough, right? Yeah. I have a separate tray. Yeah, yeah.
What if you soak the wood in
It still ain't gonna generate enough smoke.
You get some really strong
Just like a little beer, Jägermeister, something like that. Vodka. I don't know.
Now, you know what type of wood? Like Honduran hardwood?
Well, I have cherry wood.
Right.
I'm asking for mesquite. Tim claims I can
he
get
wants
mesquite
mesquite.
wood anywhere.
What do you want?
You can get mesquite wood at any Home Depot or Lowe's.
Okay.
Period.
When we get back to Los Angeles, you bring your little sandals, and your little pitchfork, and your little meat, and we're going off. We're going at it.
It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Tim, you want some too?
We're talking. Uh-oh,
February 11th, Tim, my house. Jamie, my house. February 11th. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
On Saturday, I'm flying into Burbank. I'm coming right to your house.
I think, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim, a.k.a. T-Bone. Have you got a barbecue name?
Let's see. I haven't really spent time thinking about it.
You know, because we've got Billet Man, a.k.a. Billets. We've got Jerome.
I haven't really thought about a barbecue name. Give me some time with that, Mr. Yauch.
Yeah. The master. The master. That's right.
Let me tell you, this is something to be present at. One man in this corner. You got one man in the center ring, wondering, hands in my pocket, I'm going, And you got another man hiding behind the building. His equipment is hiding behind the building. It's like a secret cooking area. Something that looks like it came from My Favorite Martian.
Right now we're just bringing off a tri-tip. Give me a second here.
Oh, you're using the tri-tip also.
Yes, we're going to do a variety of tri-tip on the bottom half and some flank staple on the top half. This is more like a portable smokehouse. It's not a hot smoker. It's just a regular old big smokehouse that I created.
Tim's food isn't done too early and just sitting out in the air getting cold.
Well, I hope you get some meat on the grill. Huh? That's right. Because blah blah. Masterpiece.
Welcome back to Oscilloscope Sports Scene Barbecue Talk. I am Dan Harper, and to my left is
Kingsley.
none other than, yes.
You know, like we were saying before the commercial break, one of the things that I noticed was, you know, here you have Jerome Crooks. This guy is a giant in his field, tour manager. This guy is used to putting up big, big numbers. Then you have Tim, who's the blue-collar working guy.
Yeah, it's a very Don Drysdale-esque approach. It's sort of Willie Mays-esque.
But he really knows his way around the grill.
Oh, he does. He does, people. What about this kid, Jamie Billett? Relative unknown.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, well, he's recently been put on the map by a contest that he won, a barbecue contest, I guess, that involved his family.
I don't know.
Unprecedented. I hear he beat his mom. I think that's very strange.
I don't know if that's allowed.
I hope that this Jamie Billett gets his food out because, personally, I don't know what he's doing out there. He's that flame, and this is really a new one for me, Hank.
It's true. It's true. He's got
I don't know
way to
about
go.
this one. He's a very interesting character. He's pretty spunky for a new guy.
Quiet. You know, the crowd is pretty quiet out there.
You're okay?
No,
okay,
thanks.
good. Well, let's return back to the action.
I am a grill chef. Jamie, on the other hand, my man over there, knows how to start a forest fire.
This isn't really the right grill, but I live in New York and this was all I could get on short notice. This is Santa Maria style barbecue, which is very different than Texas style. You use oak woods and you want to be able to vary the height of your grill to the meat, and then the way you prepare it is not a barbecue sauce type of thing. It's more of a dry rub, spices. It brings out the flavor of the meat rather than covering up the flavor of the meat with sauce.
Personally, I'm a dry rub guy.
Oh, really?
I like a good rub.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Yes, Hank. Well, me personally, I do like a nice aged wood chip. You know, a mesquite. I personally like a white wine, but that's me. Things are different. And I'm very concerned about this young Jamie Billett kid.
Untested.
It should be strange, I gotta say. But he looks good. He looks semi-confident, I must say.
You know, if he's gonna win, he's gonna have to get the crowd into it. It's pretty quiet out there right now.
Yeah, I hear you, Hank. I hear you. Yes, so the judges, little shy, perhaps even. A little shy, the judges. I like this Alfredo Ortiz, though. He looks like he can really judge a good rib.
Likes to eat.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Hello.
This might be wrong for me to say. I should really ask you, but Horovitz emailed me.
And he
put a bet in.
And he put it on Tim. It's all right. He's a good man.
He put it on Tim.
See, you already know, Jerome.
Oh, I knew. He told me.
I don't mind if I get disqualified, because everyone's going to enjoy this when it is done.
All
Even
right
if that's at 7 o'clock.
Billett, it's not about making good food, it's about winning.
Always. My man's trying to intimidate me with his knife set. I got the tongs, you know what I'm saying?
This kid, Jerome Crooks, he's very cocky. I mean, this kid's playing in his own backyard.
He has home court advantage. It should really play a factor, big factor in the outcome of this event.
We'll see. They say his mom's out there.
That could play a factor. We do know that the kid, the rookie, Jamie Billett, has beaten his own mom.
Can we check on that in the control room?
I did a blind taste test once with my mom, and she does more of a Texas style with the barbecue sauce. And immediately people said, oh, I kind of prefer the one with the barbecue sauce. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fair as fair. It was blind, you know? And then over the course of like 30 minutes of eating, people changed their vote around the table. And they were like, you know what, I prefer this one. It's a more subtle thing, and then they realized that they're tasting the meat.
So this could be a very intricate turn of events.
We'll see.
We shall see. Back to the action.
wood chips actually soak in a cooler. I put them in for maybe a day or so. Soak the wood in there, get it good and soaked.
What is it, mesquite?
That is a mixture of mesquite chips and hickory chunks. And I like that mixture, that combination. It seems to add a nice flavor to the meats.
What's in your marinade?
Secret sauce.
Oh, you can't even divulge? I thought that's part of the whole thing here.
Is it?
Sharing ideas.
He said he had secret sauce. Is Jerome telling you everything?
I hope so.
He told you what was in his marinade?
No, I didn't ask yet.
Well, he seemed to make out like it was a secret.
Rome, are you willing to talk about your marinade at all, or is it a secret?
Well, for the most part, most of it is secret. But what you have here, what you have here are some pork ribs. On those pork ribs, the brown sugar rub. So right here you have a little onion mince. It's dried onions, cayenne pepper, another secret, and some brown sugar, all up on here. Rub it up in there, shake it up in your bag, bam.
By the way, Yauch, I'm letting my meat sit for 5 minutes right now before I slice it. Once I slice it, I'm going to put it back on the smoker and get the final little cure of smoke on it, and you'll just have it, and you can get on a plane with it tomorrow, and everybody will want to know where you got it from, okay?
Basically, it's real simple. Olive oil, white wine, garlic, salt, and pepper.
Okay.
Reality barbecue.
We have a lot of meat out here on the grill. These guys have been prepping all day, but at the end of the day, you know, one question still stands. Can Jamie Billett really cook a piece of meat?
This is a very good question. This is a very good question. He seems to know what he's doing. He has very elaborate dreams. He's a dreamer. Hank,
Oh, yes,
I'm really
he
picking
is.
up on this. He's a dreamer. He's
Yes,
talking about
he
very
is.
elaborate cooking methods. Certainly interesting, and it must be very daunting for Jamie Billett, because with Jerome Crooks having his Weber ads all out now, coming out in posters and things, it's pretty interesting.
The guy's a 5-time Golden Apron winner.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerome, Tim made brown rice and beans. Good. I mean, you know, that's not within the competition. That's like just a plus. You know what I mean?
Brown beans, rice, for what?
Obviously, try and influence the ref, obviously.
Hank, you had some stuff to say about these contestants.
Well, you know, this competition's really starting to heat up.
Hank, there is a lot of controversy surrounding this referee. I'm not familiar with his actual referee preferences. I hear that he's quite known in the vegan-vegetarian community, which strikes me as very odd for a barbecue contest. How do you feel about that, Hank?
I don't know what vegan is. Can you explain?
I believe they don't eat meat.
Don't eat meat? How can that be?
Well, it's very strange for a barbecue contest, and I'm sure he's a very organized young man. I just am a little put off by this, but, you know, they do things differently out there, I guess.
I guess. I just don't understand it. Doesn't eat meat.
Yeah. And speaking of this Jamie Billett kid, a lot of complaining. I've noticed a very sour demeanor on this Jamie Billett. I don't know how he's really going to make it through this thing. He seems pretty nervous. And his timing, I don't know what's going to happen to him. He seems a little nervous and rushed and behind the clock.
Again, he's going to need to get the crowd into it if he expects to pull it out.
Yeah, seems good.
It's not what I wanted. What I wanted was walls that came up to about here.
Okay.
All right, and then a grill on cables that you can raise up and lower. You know,
Wrong thing to say.
raise it up away from the heat. I think so.
Really aggressive and trying to think they're crazy.
Hey, where's your dad, Steven? Did he quit?
To turn around
Billett's kind of quiet over here. Not really saying much.
It's already given up. How are we doing on time?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. So you're gonna go outside when I give you the signal. It's gonna work off of a scoring system, 1 to 5. 5 being the highest rating, 1 being the lowest. Now I don't want too much discussion going on. I don't want people influencing each other. Okay. Wow. No kickbacks. Keep it clean.
Each area, 1, 2, and 3, like area 2 is going to have some kind of rib, some kind of meat, some kind of vegetables.
Who knew they were going to bring in Arthur Africano as judge?
One of my personal favorites.
This is very shocking and surprising in a strange turn of events. Arthur, as we know, is a stickler.
Very detailed.
Yes. It's very interesting. This contest should get very interesting and strange.
The guy knows his way around some pork ribs, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he sure does. He sure does, Hank. How are your pork ribs?
Well, they're not as great. Let's say that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true they're not. Now, Hank, let's discuss these rules. I'm very curious about how the point system is operated in this. It's a very unorthodox contest. I don't think that it was properly spelled out to the judges what they're really judging on.
I guess I'll cover it.
All right. Submissions are now closed. I'm going to have to ask the chefs to step away from the dining area.
Can the chefs give each other examples not on the table, like so we can eat each other?
You can do whatever the hell you want as long as you're not by the judges. Okay. You guys just you stay there. And I'll let you know right now.
Tim, do you want any comments before competition?
My food should speak for itself.
I'd like to say that I'm a champ. Your man over there, Tim, he ain't no champ. He's a chump.
Hey, may the best man win.
I think it'll warm up the heart and the soul and go from there.
Tim, Jerome, any of you make eye contact or talk to any of the judges, I'm going to take points off.
I got to say one more thing about this referee. I'm not really understanding the rules quite of this particular event. It's very unorthodox, this contest, and there's a big controversy, I must say, Hank, and we've talked about this many times. Is it grilling or is it barbecuing, Hank? I mean, come on.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's
really
a very important question.
And
what's the contest? Is it the meat? I see asparagus on there. I mean, come on, Hank.
Here's number 2.
One is the small entrant. All right.
It's not quantity, Arthur.
It's quality. Having doubts.
No, one's a very strong.
Have everybody, have a seat or relax now. Is everyone keeping track on what they're getting? We got the paper and pens
I
here.
think part of the competition is their selection at the butcher. I think that counts because I don't think they're the same cuts.
No.
At all.
In fact, Jamie's
I think
gone
shopping
a whole
is
other direction.
a big part of it.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, Hank, Judge Arthur Africano always comes through. Makes a very good point. Shopping.
What is your approach? You bite and take a note? It's so overwhelming. How are you keeping your thoughts and comments organized over here?
I already voted. If I had tried this corn before I voted, this might have influenced my vote because this corn sucks. And I gave this person very high points based on their ribs.
Just really ruminating and making sure I know which one I'm looking at.
Right.
And then there will be a small revisiting to make sure I'm refreshed.
Okay.
Plus, it'll help since with this many spices, you can't completely cleanse your palate. So it's good to go back in a different order and see if things pop the same the second time around.
I just would like to just give, first of all, give all the contestants a round of applause.
Yes.
To let you know, when we were talking with the criteria with the judges, it was agreed upon that 2 would basically be like, don't talk, don't brag about your barbecue, get into something different. So none of you guys
A new line of bragging.
None of you guys got a 2 from anybody. So, you know what I mean? All of you can feel good. You can leave here today knowing
So we
that
can brag.
Yeah, still brag.
How's my barbecue?
You can still talk. You might not have won, but you still, you know what I mean?
You have rights.
And I think even that being said, a lot of the judges would still probably come to your barbecue even if you didn't win.
Oh, yeah.
I kept the ballots as a backup, but I took everybody's names off of them. Because I know how, you know, obviously we've had some elections in this country that have been very hotly contested.
We don't want no hate emails.
And I just want to make sure we have hard paper ballots here, people. Double check, no computer fraud. Coming in at number 3 with an aggregated 25.5 points.
How many points?
25.5.
What's the max
Out of how many?
5. Huh? 5.
So a total of how many judges?
7. There would be 35 men.
35 would be a
All right, I
perfect
just want to
score.
know where I'm at with this. That's all.
So you're assuming you're number 3.
I don't know. I was just asking.
As I said, coming in at 3rd place. Big surprise, people. Coming from Texas, Jerome Crooks. Don't shoot the messenger, baby.
Watch out, son. Back up, back up. Someone's going to the pool.
On my home turf?
Listen, you're a great man to have hosted this thing. And hey, you went out of your way, you made the ref some food, did a great thing here today. But
They ain't counted right. Where them the points at?
there they go. Right here.
Go on, let me hear who's number 2.
Coming in at 2nd place with an aggregated 28.5, putting him 3 points ahead of the 3rd place winner. From Ohio, Tim.
Let me see those ballots.
Jamie.
0.5. A real shocker. I'd say.
Jamie.
I myself predict. I will be the first to say, Jamie, I did not predict you to be number 1. Okay? I think a lot of people. We had a lot of non-believers out there. A lot of non-believers. Jamie Billett, people, number 1. Right there.
And what was his score?
It was the hat, I think.
Wait a minute.
By 1 point.
I lost by 1 point, but Jamie Bullock should get 1 point for just showing up with the grill.
Yeah.
He made the greatest effort. I have no problems with Jamie Bullock winning this competition. Okay?
True sportsman.
True sportsman as it is.
That's right. That's right. I don't know what they were talking about. I think they cheated. I think they mixed up the plates. You can't lose on brown sugar. Brown sugar ribs, man.
Yeah,
They didn't. They were done.
I think they just chewed into the ribs real quick because maybe it was too hot for them.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to taste it. Let that brown sugar caramelize on that tooth. They'll taste that brown sugar then.
Since this whole thing did come about because I, really brashly challenged Jerome, I feel relieved just to be in contention. I'd like to thank the Watsons who taught me to cook this style of barbecue.
Okay. Someone you grew up with?
Someone I
Your
grew up with.
mentors?
Mentors.
Trained in the mountains with them for a year?
Training in the mountains. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
They taught me everything I know.
Is that the victory meat that brought it home?
This is it.
All right.
Nobody thought I could do it. I know that. I don't talk big and everything. People just thought I was soft. Look at that. Number 1. Number 1.
Welcome back to the Barbecue Corner. Well, Hank, some emotional words from an emotional young man.
Very surprised at the outcome.
Very shocked. Jerome Crooks, down for the count.
Upset.
A real upset. The whole barbecuing community is going to be in an uproar over this one.
I don't want to be around for that one.
I've been around for some of those. It's not good. It's not good. Now, there's Tim Colvard. Surprising.
Very surprised. Tim was my guy. I saw Tim pulling it out on this one.
Yes, me too. How do you suppose this really happened? Do you think any of the judges were rigged on this one?
Fixed.
Could
Had
be.
to be fixed. Let's put it this way. You got a Jamie Billett. No one's ever heard of this kid. Where did he come from?
I don't know.
He's out there with a salt and pepper shaker. Somehow he pulls it out.
It really meant a lot to that kid, though. You could tell. You could see he was very touched by this. Where does Jerome Crooks go from here?
I don't know.
It's embarrassing almost.
Well, again, like I said, this guy is a 5-time Golden Apron champion. He loses to a virtual unknown.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked and quite concerned for Jerome. I don't know where he's going to go from this. He's resilient. I'm sure he'll bounce back. I really don't know, but that's what happens in the world of barbecue. You never can tell.
Crazy game.
Yeah, it's a crazy game. Well, that's all the show we have from you, coming live from Reno, Nevada. I'm Dan Harper.
And I'm Hank Kingsley.
Thanks for joining us. Keep grilling. Hank, you said you were supposed to pick up Danny after school. He had a very important recital today. I don't know why you didn't pick him up.
You fucking idiot. You said you were gonna pick him up.
No, Hank, this is typical, very typical of your behavior.
Can I get some fucking real stuff to drink? This iced tea crap, I'm done with it.
Hank, please stop. Please stop.
I've been sitting under these
Hank,
hot lights for
I know
hours.
we've talked about the drinking. Could you please stop? Look, honestly, it's a problem.
I don't need this.
Hank, come back. Come on, man.